Hey friends and fellow sim historians, welcome back to my Victorian Sims challenge. So we have a bit of a longer episode, but I promise that it's worth it. We have 3 different social events. 3! We haven't had a single social event in this challenge yet, and today we have so many. So welcome back to the King family. We have Catherine and Howard as our parents here, and then 2 daughters with a little child on the way. So we have Georgina and Philippa, and then we are praying that this next child is a boy because we need an heir for one. And second of all, we have like no men in the second generation. So full disclosure, we are a little bit desperate, but look, to be honest, I have no qualms having my Sims marry the NPCs in the neighborhood, especially when they're like randomly generated. I think they're a lot better than what we would normally get. Philippa also invites over a lot of kids after school. So here we have Marcus Wyatt Price, the heir to the Price butcher shop, whatever they're doing over there. And they are such cute little friends. We don't have any kind of arranged marriage in mind for these two. We've already got plans for both of them. Marcus is going to be marrying into the Holloway family, as is like a lot of people in the neighborhood, to be honest. And we haven't actually met Philippa's spouse yet. He's not actually in game at the moment. We'll get there. For some reason, Catherine is like kind of miserable throughout the entire episode. I'm not exactly sure what's going on there, but it probably has to do with the fact that we've kind of been ignoring her lifetime wants and like most of her wants in general. Oh, I'm really not nice to my Sims. Especially in The Sims 2. I like don't pay any attention to their wants at all. But we're actually going to see a lot of progression happen today with their little storefront. I'm really excited because we're going to make enough money from the grants to move off of the home lot. And we're actually already starting to think about Georgina's arranged marriage. We have some plans. You could see they were talking about love for a minute there. We'll introduce you to him in a moment, but for some reason, I think Philippa has inherited the dramatic mood swings of her mother, and the fact that she also is having a ton of tantrums. Oh god, her needs are so bad. I think I think this is labor though. Yeah, okay. Oh god. I have gotten Catherine specifically so close to miscarriage. Probably a traumatic amount of times for her. So we're gonna name our boy here Cornelius Henry. Cornelius is our heir. Guys, we have an heir, finally. And I will let you know that the mortality rolls did well for him. He's gonna be fine. We don't need to worry about losing our heir. And with the money that we've gotten from the storefront and the grants, we actually are able to upgrade the house so we have a second floor. It's a pretty big house. We've left a lot of space for growth, just kind of thinking about when we'll need an extra bedroom for Cornelius. I really like having the nurseries on the first floor. I know it's not like particularly historically accurate, but it's just easier because like the fridges are on the first floor. This is Benjamin Eastman Holloway, and so Benjamin is the heir to the Holloway household, the main estate. And we have settled an agreement with their family for Georgina to be betrothed to him. Are you serious? No, that is the most expensive thing that we own. That's like 3,000 simoleons. That mirror is like 500. God. Why? I mean, I guess at least it's not the repo man anymore, because we have not been great at paying our bills in like any of these households. But seriously? Ugh, okay, well, life moves on. It's the morning. Honestly, everyone's gonna be really fussy about the fact that they were robbed like all day. It's kind of obnoxious. But we have to move on. Catherine makes us some toast for breakfast, and I'm kind of thinking that maybe we're not going to have any more pregnancies in this family. I don't know. I'm not totally sure. Let me know if you think we should have more kids. I mean, they are going to enter into the lower middle class by the end of the episode, and actually they might already be there. I don't think they're quite there yet, but they're going to be in the lower middle. I mean, I feel like we probably would have a slightly larger family still in that social class. I feel like plot-wise we have a pretty good little core family here, and we're going to see a wedding for Georgina at the end of the episode today as well, and I just don't want to have a ton of babies being born in both the second and third generation simultaneously. It makes my life complicated. But yeah, if you guys want to see more kids, let me know. I'm happy to oblige. But honestly, I feel like Georgina's presence in this household is really going to be missed. She has been solidly awesome since childhood. I don't know if you guys remember or not, but she was constantly like working around the house and cleaning. To be honest, we have some concerns about her relationship with Benjamin. They're not really getting along very well. And this is going to be a common theme all the way up until the wedding. I don't show you all of their interactions because it's just like, they fall in and out of a crush with each other like 5 times in a single day, and I have thoughts about it. But anyways, so here I just wanted to like show you really quick how we do our dowry system. So I know that I've mentioned to you that we use these chests, but I haven't actually shown you how they work. So basically you just add it in increments of 1,000. It's kind of obnoxious. For some reason, everyone is like miserably hot. It's the end of summer. Catherine has a heat stroke, but she's fine. She doesn't die. Oh, I'm stressed out. Things are calming down a little bit after our robbery. Like, we're still having some upset feelings about it fairly often, but the family is able to recover. We have these nice little family meals. It's kind of sad to think about the fact that like Georgina's not going to be here for these family meals when Cornelius is a child, but hopefully she'll stop back by. I mean, the kid is so cute, and I feel like she would want to be in his life. Okay, so it's time for our first social event. We have everyone in their nice church clothes. We actually shelled out to get Georgina a pretty nice one. But this is St. Philip's Parish, and so what we're going to be doing structurally, I actually need to add a spreadsheet for the parish system. Each like little chunk of the neighborhood is going to be part of its own parish. This is obviously highly inspired by like English country culture, and also like London a little bit as well, because London is divided into all of these little parishes. And I like having these smaller units of relationships. Here is Mary Jung. She's so cute. I love her. And she's becoming a little bit of friends with Philippa. And then as you can see, Georgina and Emma Price are actually having like kind of a good friendship. They hang out quite a lot. We see Emma a pretty decent amount in the episode, like hanging out at the household. And I think that's pretty great. I love that they've become friends. So anyway, everyone currently living in the neighborhood is part of St. Philip's Parish. I think when we add more families, they're going to have to be part of another parish, because as you can see, St. Philip's is a really small church. It's not intended for a large community. It's a smaller community, and I just wanted it to be like close and nice and great for these little social events. So church in this period is a really important part of life, both religiously and socially. So a lot of the events that we're going to be having, especially at this class, at the social class, are going to be happening at the church. So I have planned a couple different like festivity ideas, and I've started working out a system for different events for different social classes. And so like at the lower and lower middle class, I really envision some like church festivals, like very Downton Abbey church festivals, like if you've seen it. We'll also have weddings at the parish. And I don't know. That's kind of what I'm thinking now, but I'm pretty excited. And just so that you guys know, structurally, when families start to move up throughout the social classes, we are going to actually have them physically move out of their house. I think that is a little bit more accurate. Brief interlude though. This is Delphine Holloway and Marcus Price, and they are going to be betrothed one day, and I'm very excited about it, but they don't know that yet. They're just children. So anyway, when families elevate to higher social classes, we're going to eventually start moving them to bigger lots, and lots that are a little bit less agricultural based, and obviously that's because they won't really be in an artisanal based class anymore. They're not going to be part of the working class. And when they do move, they'll be joining a different parish. So right now this church is really, really rustic, and that's partially because of the community that it caters to. So I hope that makes sense, and let me know if you guys have any other ideas about like little church events we can have. Oh, and we have Ada Margaret Price here doing the piano. I do have an organ. It just like, it's so large. It looks kind of ridiculous. So our church events are going to be happening every Sunday. We might be getting one per family, or I might not show you guys all of them. But we also have a little shrine back here. We let Catherine spend some time with it because she's been struggling like a lot emotionally. It's time for Cornelius to age up. We have a toddler. We're going to see him age up into a child by the end of the episode too. He's a cutie. I think we're probably gonna change his hair because that's like a lot of hair for a toddler. Although, look, I say that and the hair that I eventually change it to is still a lot of hair. I need to download some more hairs. We're kind of enjoying this little reprieve in life. We've got a couple days before Georgina is supposed to actually get married. So we actually kind of already have that on the docket. She's getting married on Wednesday, and like we've got some conflicting feelings about that in this household. Because Georgina and Benjamin like aren't getting along super well. And like it's not crazy unusual to not have this very romantic relationship developed before the wedding in this period. That's okay. It's just not exactly great that they have somewhat of a complicated relationship already. And I don't know, like last episode we saw Benjamin get into a literal fight with his brother at his brother's wedding. So I had kind of originally thought that maybe Hector Vladimir, his brother, was the problem, but I kind of think it might actually be Benjamin. I think he's a little bit of a hothead. And Georgina is just so like even-tempered and nice. I mean, I think it's a weird match. But we have something really exciting happening. So we finally got our 5th grant from our storefront, which means we have 50,000 simoleons to figure out what to do with. So we are officially closing our home lot store, and we're gonna open one off lot. So this is the King Street Grocers. And we officially have the Kings as the kind of grocery supplier of the neighborhood. I think it's a cute little like Tudor-ish inspired building. It's pretty simple. I mean, we don't have a lot inside. We don't need a lot. And we have space for both the little like grocery slots, as you can see, that come with the game, although these are obviously modded to look historical, and our own produce. Oh, this is Winnie Harvey. I don't actually know if you guys have met her before. We haven't spent a lot of time with the Harveys in my in my streams. I haven't spent a lot of time streaming because my PhD is ruining my life. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. But anyways, we have 2 birthdays today. So we've actually invited a bunch of friends over, and we are celebrating Philippa's birthday first. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited to see her as a teenager. I'm curious to know if she'll look a little bit more like Georgina. I mean, I know that her skin is like a little bit darker, but I'm also just kind of curious about her physical features as well. I think she's going to be adorable either way, and I kind of want to keep her in this cute little hairstyle. Like, once she is an adult, we're probably going to want to change it to something a little bit more grown up. Or, like, when she gets married, we'll change it to something a little bit more grown up and less childish. But I love having this transition period between, like, the first 7 days and the second 7 days of her teenagehood. So I was really struggling to figure out what to do with her aspiration, but I think we're going to go with a fortune aspiration, not because I think she's like greedy and fortune hungry, but because she is ambitious. And there's not really a good option for ambitious. So I'm gonna go with that. We've got some really exciting plans for Philippa, and some of you guys have been helping me kind of cultivate that plan. So I'm excited to see where that goes. Now it's time for Cornelius to age up into a child. And I'm excited to see what he looks like too. We just don't have very many boys in the neighborhood. And we gave Philippa a cute little purple dress. I think she's adorable. I'm very happy. I'm a happy simmer. No complaints here. But generally, I do think, like, the Sims 2 Sims are just kind of pretty in general. Oh, look at his freckles. Okay, yeah, so we gave her a little bit of a makeover. Here's what she looks like. I think she's cute. Great. I love Philippa. She doesn't look a ton like Georgina, though. I was a little bit surprised. Like, I think they have the same nose, but they don't actually look that similar. So we have Benjamin over for the party, and I'm just like having them spend a lot of time together because it's already Tuesday and they get married tomorrow, and it's still not going very, very well. I don't even know what to say. They've been frustrating me a lot. But, here is his hair. I just changed his hair and his eyebrows. I don't change anything else, and I think he's so cute. Oh, I love him. I love Cornelius. Yeah, we gave him like quite a bit of hair, and I know that the outfit looks a little bit lower class for him, but like it's a boy, he's out playing outside, I don't care. I also just need more custom content. We gave Georgina her like young adult, late teen years makeover, so her hair is up and it'll be like that for the wedding, and this is what her outfit is gonna look like when she moves in with her new family. But even though she looks a little bit more adult, she and Philippa are still very much kids when they're together, and I love that about their relationship. But now it's time for our first like formal wedding of the challenge. I'm so excited. We gave her a pretty white dress, and to be honest, I think I went a little ham with it. It's a bit fancy for their social class, and I didn't really think to change Benjamin's outfit, but I don't even care. It is what it is. This is where we are. And Benjamin is really happy with the match financially, which I guess is what is important to him. I wonder if he's a fortune sim too. I should probably check. But the marriage goes off without a hitch. We have no issues here. And they seem to be getting along really well today. But let's be real, I think Georgina has been looking forward to shoving cake in his face since the moment they met. I love that about them. So they share some cake together. We've got some little communion wine that's not for communion today, and everyone's really happy. We really just have the Holloways here. And like a couple of the prices show up, but it's a small wedding. I just kind of wanted to keep it, a little bit private and personal for the couple, especially as this is really Georgina's first introduction to the larger family as a whole. Like, she's met the kids, but not really the parents. So it is time for Georgina to move out and move into the main Holloway estate. And everyone comes running to say goodbye to her. I feel like there are probably a lot of mixed feelings about this because they're so excited for her, but like, Georgina has been such an important facet of this family, and I think she was like the second child we had born in the challenge, which is just wild. Guys, we're about to start Generation 3. And I love this image of her looking up at this giant estate that she now lives at. And this is just a bit crazy for her to take in because Georgina started out with a really small house with the King family. I mean, they essentially were running a tiny farm. They didn't have a lot of property. Suddenly, like, she lives on this space with like 2 stories already. She's a small fish in a big estate, and I'm really excited for her. Thanks for watching. I think we had such a fun time this episode, and I love that we're starting to have like bigger events happen. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.